Peace, family, grand rising. I hope you guys are happy and healthy, and happy holidays, or happy time off. If you're not celebrating anything right now, I hope you're celebrating some time off because your job thought you were going to. If you have more time with family, I hope you are really enjoying them and just loving on them while they are here with you. And if you are being with yourself, I hope you are absolutely loving on yourself and celebrating yourself just for being here. I've missed you guys. It's been a few days, and I've missed my garden. It has been maybe 4 days since the last video that I uploaded, 4 or 5 days. I went to St. Louis, Missouri to spend time with family, and it was so awesome, you guys. So maybe I'll put some pictures in here. So I left stuff covered up. I didn't know that we were gonna have another 16-degree night when I was gone, but I did know it was still gonna be pretty cold. So I left all the covers that I showed you guys up, and I'm just now walking around looking at stuff. So I thought I'd take you along with me. It's at 55 degrees on my phone, which is normally cold for me, but I feel like I have too many clothes on right now. So that's a good thing. That means that there's enough warmth for me to get out here into my garden, which will be very relaxing for me. It's what I love to do. My babies are at their granny's house, so I got time to just get out here and work and get into the garage and work. I have jewelry to make as well. But I just thought I'd show you guys what survived, what didn't, what may come back. What was I expecting to die, and what was I like, what's your problem? And what I think I will do differently next year. Okay, so let's start. The citronella, I expected to look like this. I don't know if it's gonna come back, but I did try to get a cutting, which we'll see how the cutting did, because that one's going to be inside the Frostcloth house. But I did mulch. I actually put comfrey leaves in here, cut up comfrey leaves, and I mulched there. So I'm hoping that being close to the house and having mulch covering the roots up, and I also left this light on when I was gone, all of that put together will help the citronella at least come back in the spring. I'm not gonna move it or anything. These still look alive. Like, girl, put me in a pot or something. These are pansies, I think. This was a curly parsley, and I think it'll be okay. Look, I think it'll be okay. Like, I can cut some of this off. And this was a comfrey that I knew I should have moved. All my comfrey babies are dead. But I believe the big comfreys will come back, so I think it's gonna be fine. I didn't really do anything to the strawberries because hot strawberries are cold hardy, and I still see green. Next time maybe I should cover it up just so they're not knocked back. You know, just because something's cold hardy doesn't mean you should allow it to just get its butt whooped, you know. This blackberry was just starting to come back. As you can see, it's still there, and it's kind of low down in the pot, so it probably didn't get as much of the wind and stuff. This is the passion fruit, and I just had it kind of wrapped in this frost cloth. I don't think that was really a good wrap or anything, but most of the leaves were already gone when I did that, so we'll just have to see in the spring what's up with that. Tomato, I knew he was gonna die. My garlic looks great still, which I was expecting it to die back. I hope I'm not talking too loud. I feel like I'm loud right now. I was expecting the garlic to die back, because if it dies back, it'll come back anyway. But my broccolis, I was not expecting them to look like this, but I still feel like there's hope, like right there. So I think I'm gonna cut all this stuff back and just lay their leaves down. So this broccoli, I was kind of upset with him because he laid down the first night, and I kind of was like, why are you looking like that? Because broccoli should be cold hardy, but I think, I mean, 16 is maybe too cold for them too. I don't know. So maybe I should have mulched them. I could have covered them up or something. These two are okra. I knew they would die. Those are you know, they're heat loving plants, and I think they did great. I'm ready to just, you know, plant those again like in April or May or so. This is my pineapple sage. I expected it to look like this. This did this last year and it came back, and it grew way more this year. So I harvested a bunch of leaves, and I guess I should have just harvested it naked since these were gonna die anyway. I'll probably do that next time. So in the spring, I'm expecting it to come back. And this is another one that if you look close, you can see I cut up comfrey leaves, and then I put mulch on top. So I believe if the roots are good on your pineapple sage, they'll be good. Okay, let's go over here. I have a green tea. Oh, my aloe veras look bad, y'all. About the green tea, but look at him. Oh my gosh, I should have harvested and covered him up. Sorry, I can't talk when I'm flipping the camera around. I'm just realizing that in editing that it kind of cuts out my voice a little bit. I was saying I've been wanting to use aloe vera for a couple of different things that I want to make, and I should have harvested before, but I was going on a trip and I had fun, and overall, I think the garden's gonna be okay. There's life and death in the garden, you guys. You know, we just have to learn and adjust and keep going and keep growing. So let's see, this is my green tea. He looks okay. This is a weed anyway. The weed died. Like, get out of there. But the green tea looks fine. Okay, so let's see how they look. This is my key lime and Maya, the Meyer lemon. So I was really trying to, like I say, keep the roots warm on these. So I just wrapped them up in a straight comforter. Oh, so they should, I mean, they might be feeling a little smushed, you know, but they should be green. They should still be happy and healthy. Maya, girlfriend, come through. I feel like she's looking good. Sorry, y'all. I don't know how many clamps I have, because I was like, don't die. Please don't die on me. I love you. I brought this lemon tree from San Diego, y'all. She gonna give me some lemons. Like, I have loved her. You know, she loves me back. Oh my gosh. And she had blooms. She smells divine. Even if you don't get lemons. Oh, it's just really, really nice. So I think she's okay. She's definitely gonna be happy that the sun is out today. I don't want to hurt y'all eyes, but y'all can see the sunlight coming. It'll hit her soon, so she'll get nice and warmed up. I do plan on fertilizing everybody today. I'm gonna pick this comforter up, but I'm probably gonna just leave the frost cloth because today is December 28th. So, you know, our last frost date, projected frost date, is not until February 20th, I think. If they want to, you know, if the weather want to trip, if the north wants to send its weather back down here, I would like to be ready. I'm not going to pack all this stuff up probably until after the frost. So I'm going to leave that like that. It's fine. But I think they look good. You can see on the key lime damage. But overall, you know, overall, I think it looks so healthy. What do you guys think? This is my first time doing this in this garden with all these trees and plants and stuff. So my fig look a mess. But this is what it did last year, and it still got bigger this year too. So I think it's supposed to do that. It loses the leaves, and comes back. I also threw comfrey in there. I didn't stack too much mulch because I had got ants in here and they added a lot of extra soil in there, and I don't really want to crowd the like trunk parts too much, so I didn't put any mulch in there. This is my canna lily. I hope it comes back. It did last year, but I should have remembered to put it up somewhere, so that's my fault. This is my pineapple guava. I knew that he would be okay, or I thought he would. I tested it because I looked it up, and this is supposed to be one of the most cold hardy guavas. So I planted him from seed, you guys, in San Diego. Actually, he's going in this pot, but I ran out of time. I already kind of started building the pot with compost and different stuff. So he will be moving into a bigger pot, but not today because I have a lot of cleanup to do. Oh man, this one, I don't even know. My husband bought this. It was so pretty. It made flowers. If I can find a picture, I'll show y'all. So I don't know what I don't know about this. I don't know. I just don't know. If y'all know, tell me. Cause I don't know. Sorry y'all, I have to look where I'm stepping cause y'all know Teddy lives here. I have to just make sure. We clean up. I make the kids clean up a lot, but I have to be sure. I'm always on alert. My elderberry. Elderberry is supposed to be cold hardy. I moved him into this pot recently, and I think and I hope he's okay. As you can tell by my voice, I don't know. I had a plant up here that I saw starting to die before we left. So I knew these are coming down anyway, so it's fine. Like up here doesn't even matter right now. The turmeric was expected to die out, and so was my ginger. So this is what they should look like. I'm not looking for them to pop out until spring, and they will. I have wild onions down here, and they still look actually pretty good, I think. So I'm gonna let those leaves stay right there and compost right there and feed those. I'm not gonna bother them at all. My peach is supposed to lose leaves, and as it keeps losing leaves, I'm going to learn how to prune it, and I will prune it while the leaves are off, and then this peach will be gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous, y'all. Look at me. Gorgeous, okay? In the spring. It makes the most beautiful pink flowers. We haven't gotten peaches yet. We just planted this. We just moved here. So this garden is still very fresh, and this gardener is still absolutely fresh, okay? So we're going to learn how to prune this for the first time when the leaves fall, and I'm going to be so excited to show you guys all the flowers in the spring because it is gorgeous. Anyway, echinacea, I did expect it to kind of get hit, and this is another one I harvested before the frost, but I could have went ahead and just harvested most, you know, more leaves. But as you can see, all of the leaves aren't even dead, you know, so I'll trim them up, you know, mushy parts and stuff. But echinacea is a perennial, and from roots it spreads as well. So soon I'll be able to go ahead and harvest the roots. The roots are also the most potent part of echinacea for teas and tinctures and stuff. So I'm excited. So this I knew was gonna kind of look like this. I wish I would have got a little bit more leaves harvest and stuff, but I got some great harvests and some beautiful ones. I'll add a picture for you guys. The comfrey I knew was gonna look like this too. I think it comes back. It's supposed to come back. No, it definitely comes back. This is a different kind of comfrey than the other one. That's why I said I think. So I planted this comfrey from seed, and supposedly it spreads on its own by seed, but this plant was pretty big too. It might come back because comfrey has a really deep taproot. I think for most of these plants, the perennials, it's the roots that you got to make sure are good. So that means don't let them be dried out. You know, water your garden. Even though a freeze is coming, water your garden make sure they're not dry, and mulch them and try to keep them warm, that type of stuff. So I think it'll be cool. This is my other echinacea. It looks the same as that one, pretty much. Actually less green, po baby. But I still think it'll be fine. My yarrow, I wanted to harvest yarrow. I just kind of ran out of time, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Okay, y'all. Ooh-wee, I don't even know how to... Let's see. Chives look great. I'm gonna break these staples off a little bit. I think what I will do is kind of just pull these to the side for now so that I can let light in. Oh, I have garlic that sprouted right there. That's awesome. And right here. That's awesome. My parsley, I should have harvested some, but parsley lives through cold mostly, so maybe it didn't like being covered up. And it might just perk back up now that I opened it up. That pepper's dead. The tomatoes died. Look at them. I'm glad I got my tomatoes off of here. It was brutal, y'all. But tomatoes are an annual, you know, so they die. I was just waiting all year for tomatoes. And so that's why I was like, please, please, pretty please, baby, 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 please. Can I get some tomatoes? Please. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Knocked my little snail over, y'all. Sorry. I'm working one-handed. That big old carrot's still there. I guess he might go to seed now. So the tomatoes are dead. So when I feel like it, since they're dead, I'll probably just uncover this whole bed. The carrot is fine. It can live through another cold. My beans died. You can see the beans died anyway. This pepper, I think, will be okay. I think he will come back. I'm going to cover him with one of those Dollar Tree things if I get another freeze. And I think the chives are fine. So I'm going to open this bed back up. This comfrey is the one that was spreading, and I know he'll be back. And I can see he's not even fully gone. So what I lost was the comfrey babies that I pulled out. Maybe next time I wait until after all the freezes and then pull them out. Aha. Aha. What did you guys just think of when I did that? Let me know in the comments below. But I just had an epiphany with you guys. That's my plan for next year. I'll wait until after the freezes and then pull them out. Maybe I'll cover them up. Maybe I'll mulch them a little bit. And then I'll let them kind of re-emerge in the spring, maybe. And then in the spring, I can put them in different gardens. Or I can, I've been having thoughts about being a mobile nursery. So, yeah. Maybe I can do that with them. The Mexican sunflower, I knew it was going to look like this. And I'm going to take all these leaves and I'm going to dump them all over my garden beds. And it's going to feed them. I think the peppercorn is dead, but I think I showed you guys that it was already dying. I hope you can hear me. There's a plane flying over. This is also Mexican sunflower. My seedlings look... There ain't no seedlings, really. That's okay. That's fine. My mom just got me something so awesome. And I'm going to be starting seedlings in my house. These are the comfrey babies. This one also almost looks like he might be okay. Oh, cabbages. So the most disappointment for me, I think, is the cold hardy stuff. I think once something is cold hardy, I was just thinking, oh, you could take anything, but it was, you know, hard winds, and it did go down to 16. So I really need to see which plants can withstand which temperature specifically. And I was doing that, but I was trying to do it more for the heat loving or tropical plants or the fruit trees and stuff. So these are cabbage, and I think this middle actually looks okay. Like, I think I can just trim some of these and let them keep warming up every day because the sun is coming out. This was ginger. I knew this was gonna die back. As you can see, there is mulch in there, so they should pop right back out in the spring. This is a longevity spinach. I got a bunch of longevity spinach off of here before it died back. It should come back too. These were just like the green onions from the store, and some turmeric. The turmeric was gonna die back. I didn't know the green onions were gonna look like this, but that's okay. I harvested from them and dried some, so at least the turmeric will pop back out there, and I'm perfectly happy to let the turmeric have that whole pot. This garden bed, this is my cilantro. It's supposed to be cold hardy, and I think it is. I think it's still gonna be okay with a little bit of sunlight. Carrots are falling over. They are fall crops. I was expecting them not to look like this. I think next time I can drop some, you know, straw, some mulch in between here or something, a light cedar mulch, because I see them kind of coming back, and I think some of them may recover, but I think I did probably lose some. And yeah, I had tiny celeries back here. I think I lost them probably, but my garlic all looks great. It looks perfectly fine. I thought they would have kind of died back. That is my Cuban oregano. I'm hoping it comes back. I threw some mulch down at the roots. I've never done that, so I'll let you guys know how that goes. Last winter I had a Cuban oregano, and it was small, and I didn't know it would die in the cold. This time I took a cutting or two, and then I mulched these ones that are already in the ground to hopefully protect it enough for them to come back. This is my coleus, and I knew it was gonna die. It was so gorgeous all throughout the season, and I hopefully have a cutting of him. That's wild onion. He looks fine. There's a few other ones. This is my rosemary. It looks a little cold maybe, but still smells good. I think it's okay. Longevity spinach, a Cuban oregano, longevity spinach, geraniums. I hope those come back. I mulched all that stuff that I just said, so. My beets are gone. I had beets in here, all across here. They're all gone because they were so little. They were probably too small for that. And then my dill still looks good. These are collard greens, so I guess I'll just take these off. These have been here since last year, so I think they'll come back. And this is a peacock broccoli. This is kind of the best it's ever looked. Like it's starting to want to do something. So I'm gonna be out here just cutting off a lot of dead looking stuff. Okinawa spinach and Okinawa spinach, those die back and come back. They are mulched. I also have cuttings just in case they start tripping. This is another collard green. You could tell it's been struggling because the bugs have been eating it. And then the mints, I knew they were gonna die back. They should come back, hopefully. This kale looks crazy, but right here it looks fine. This is a scarlet kale, so I'll cut it back, and I'm gonna throw those leaves right in there and feed it. Eucalyptus was looking crazy before the freeze. And this is what is this? Milkweed. I didn't really know much about how it would behave, so that's what it looks like. This channel is me learning in front of you guys. So remember that. If I'm saying something as if I know it, that just means I've either just learned it or I watched enough people actually do it and show results to feel confident sharing that information with you. And normally I'll tell you where I got the information if it's something like that. This is my beauty berry. When I got this beauty berry in the mail, I'll put the video below. I think I got this from Ison's nursery. It was dormant. It didn't have any leaves. So I knew it was going to lose the leaves, and I took off most of the leaves for my mosquito repellent. So I think it'll be fine. And it still has some green ones, which I actually didn't expect. Oh, look at this rose. This was such a beautiful rose. I'm going to add some pictures, y'all. It was so beautiful. Now it's frozen. I think the rose bush will be fine. This blueberry was already naked, and that's what they do in the winter. I'm gonna move him into this pot and that baby blueberry into that pot. I think that blueberry also came from Ison's nursery, if I'm not mistaken, but I'll find the video and put it below. So I guess we can go into the frost cloth house. Let me turn the light on first. Like we ain't gonna be able to see. I'm nervous. Oh, y'all. Pray for my fruit trees, y'all. If the banana doesn't make it, I'm not trying to grow banana again until I have property, which won't be long. So, because I'm growing a lot of things in pots because I'm limited on space, and when you put a fruit tree in the ground, it's gonna want a lot more space because those roots are gonna be spreading, and so up top it's gonna be wanting to also take up its own space. And yes, you can prune as well, but I don't plan on being in this property past 5 years. Physically, I still plan on owning it, so I will save all of that pruning and spacing and putting my fruit trees where they're going to grow for my children and grandchildren, for a more permanent and larger space. So let's see. Okay, y'all know I was running out here. The wind was just beating everything down. Oh, I was running out here trying to repin stuff, y'all. Oh, y'all, how's it gonna be? I put this blanket down here because you can see there was a tear and it was blowing, and this is the entrance, so it's not as closed up. Oh no. Oh no. Oh man, I had some, what was in here? Longevity spinach. They was on the edge and got knocked over. What was in here? I think a tomato. That was a tomatillo. This was a zinnia. And tomatillos and zinnias, tomatoes, they all are they're annual, so they're supposed to die in the cold. I was just wondering how much would get in here and what, stuff will be looking like, basically. So this was the tomato that we harvested those tomatoes off of. My sage was already looking like this. This is eggplants. This is perfectly fine. I'm gonna just cut them down. As long as the roots are okay, I'm happy, and I think they still probably are okay. This comfrey looks still alive, so I'm happy that I ran and put him in here. That's lemongrass. It's new. Another eggplant. The eggplants are just going to get cut down to the, just to have like a stem kind of at the bottom, and we'll wait for them to come back in the spring. Pepper, same. This is my Barbados cherry. I don't know. We'll keep watching it. We'll keep watching it. It looks like hurt but not dead. I left the light on in here too, and I don't know if that was the best idea. I thought it would help with heat, but I don't know if it was like too much light. This is my yerba mate. He looks great. The kumquat looks great. And look at that fruit. It was not starting to ripen before I left. So I think he is perfectly happy. I've got a baby mango down there. I cut that eggplant before we left. This pepper was lush, but I'm gonna save the roots. And I hope I'm not boring, y'all. I'm just trying to show you. So here I tried to have cuttings of geranium. I don't know if it's maybe with some love and some sunlight or something. This is a plant I got from my uncle's funeral, and I think it's still okay. The okra that were in here, I knew they were gonna die. Here is the tall mango that we have. It looks great. I think he's happy. But look at my cuttings. I tried to get cuttings and put them in here, and they ain't even alive. So I have to just put them in the house probably. My soursop back there, I knew he was gonna lose leaves, but I'm hoping that the roots are fine. And then look at the banana, y'all. He ain't make it. I don't think he's gonna come back from that. I don't think so. The loofah was gonna be like this. I harvested the loofah. It was already starting to look like this. So the loofah is just gonna be mulch for the rest of the garden. Overall, I'm still okay. I think as far as the banana, he's gonna give me that pot. I don't think he's coming back. But most of the stuff that I'm saying, I don't think they're coming back. I will probably, I'm sorry, y'all, just got up and out here. I'm tired. We drove for a long time to go to St. Louis to be with my family. That was yesterday. We just got back yesterday in the evening. So, what was I saying? All of the things that I'm saying, I don't think they're gonna come back. I'm still going to leave them there, most of them, until the spring. Unless it's like an annual, like the okra, like give me those pots. Let me go ahead and, you know, kind of regroup. I could be adding nutrients. I could be setting up pots and stuff. For now, today is going to be cleanup. A lot of stuff will surprise you. So if you just leave it there, it will come back. I did have sweet potato pieces. If y'all saw my last sweet potato harvest video, I had those little ones. I did not leave them outside because I hadn't got them into soil yet. And I think if I would have just left them outside, they would have frozen. They wouldn't give me sweet potatoes. So those are in my pantry. I'm gonna bring those out. I could use one of those okra pots for that, you know. Start getting some of my stuff that will just pop out in the spring out here and somewhere to catch some rain. Some of the stuff, I'll leave it there. I really wanted my citrus trees, as you can tell, to be okay, so I put a comforter around them. They've been covered with that comforter for about at least 4 or 5 days. I'll look and see when I did it, and I'll put it on here so you guys know. So they seem okay. Ooh. What was that? Why'd you do that? A wasp was chasing me. Did y'all see that? So I forgot what I was saying, but this is what the garden is looking like after about 4 really cold nights, and at least 2 of those nights it was 16 degrees. It's winter, so I'm okay, and I live in the South, so I feel like I got a longer growing season than a lot. So what I am planning to do is clean. I'm gonna regroup, see who's doing well and who is not. That's gonna help me plan for seed planting and stuff, and I'm gonna start seeds this year in the house, so I'll be doing that mid-January. That's already going to be 6 to 8 weeks from my projected last frost date. I also get to look through seed catalogs during this time, so there's plenty to do. Even if you're not outside in the garden, you can be doing things for your garden. So let me know how your garden's doing. Did you guys get a freeze? Were you expecting stuff to die? Is it better than you thought? Let me know how you're doing in your gardens, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.